Hello, everyone. Looks like we got water for Patrick Hoban. It's been a while since we've seen Pat on stream. Pat was the innovator of the deck back in
Attention Yu-Gi-Oh! Players.
Fire Fist Mermail
Can I have
format?
Brandon Solomon to the stage,
2014.
please? Once again, Brandon Solomon. Your side event is about to fire.
Discard Dragoon to summon Mermail Abyss Tias. That was featured 2 weeks ago? Well, I wasn't here. But that's good to know. Records, these players are 2-1 both.
I know Osha and
Osha, Diva, and Megalo.
Can I write those down?
I'm about to just pitch them.
You can take notes.
I'm about to just pitch them.
Oh, okay.
Pat's playing out his whole hand. Turn 1. Mermail Abyss with Mermail and Tias. And overlaying a 4 for Bahamut Shark. The Pike and the Dragoons. Dragoons gets detached. Summon totally awesome. Whoa, man, that play was totally awesome, haha. I assume everyone's tired of puns on that card, and not even puns, but jokes. Pet ends on a pretty big field. Toad, Shark, Gaios, Neptibus, and a back row. Marjanco starts off with Union Hanger, grabbing Bust Break. Marjanco activates Twin Twister on Patrick's back row. Pat's going to tribute off his Toad to
I'll set it too.
Oh,
negate and set.
battle phase. Attack.
That's fine. How much do you take?
11. And what did you add back with?
I hit it back Dragoons.
Oh my god. That was I forgot to attack.
You want to attack this?
Yeah. Sorry.
One sec.
Oh.
How many cards are you?
Pat has Dragoons and Instant Fusion in hand.
Sure.
Negate with Gaios. So I'm an ABC.
He only negates them if they're on the field afterwards, or like
Yeah, he's like skill drain, I think.
skill
Right?
drain.
Is that right? That's foreign.
Do you have a translation available?
I was told that ARGs were allowed
What's the
to
name?
use it
Mermail
from
Viscayos?
inside and-
Huh?
What is it? Abyss?
Mermail of Disguise, yeah. But he only negates monsters with less attack than him. So he can't even negate this.
Yeah.
Like
So
skill
if
drain?
it left the field, it was.
Okay. So I'll use discard to banish the Abyss.
The sphere.
That's my Twin Twister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pass to you.
Sure.
What a poor combination of cards. 2 Garnet and Brilliant Fusion.
I'll show you.
You know how many cards?
No, Jeff Jones is not here.
You're 69, right?
Yeah.
And effects.
It's just interesting.
Huh?
It's just interesting.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
This is still game 1. Patrick
Pop
is
those seat.
sending 2 to summon Megalo. And then Instant Fusion. Bringing out Noted.
Yeah.
Who's also a water in this water deck. Bringing back Heavy Infantry. Or not.
What's that pencils? 218, right?
Ooh, my hand was so broken, and then for a turn I drew my second Garnet.
You brought back heavy infantry with Odin?
Yeah.
And then how'd it go to grave?
Megalith.
He tributed with Megalith.
Okay. Wouldn't it be banished because of his effect?
This is when it leaves the field,
Oh, that's
right?
when that one leaves
Yeah.
the field? Okay.
Yeah. The stream doesn't know what they're talking about.
I'll go first.
Look.
You too. Normal.
No. No, because the sound goes. I don't know how we would rig the sound. Because it would have to come like from
Take 1,000.
headphone jack here. I don't know. Because if we had the sound output into that, the stream would pick it up and it would echo. There's probably some way to do it. I just don't know how. Patrick has a unfortunate hand.
I get the vote too.
Why'd you look at his extra?
Because it lets you look at your opponent's extra deck, even after all three. Yeah.
Yeah, it says on the card when I got it.
I'm just gonna do it.
And Marjanco has Maxi. Make this bad situation for Patrick even worse. Looking like we're going to go into game 3 here, but who knows? What's up?
How about
Extra normal.
Hey guys, Kamal here with the Card Guys, joining mid-round for some commentary. Before you ask, I am currently 3-1, halfway through the day. Too early to tell. I did lose round 3, so I'm just coming off a win, but I lost before that. Anyway, we're here with, you guys have already watched a game already, so you know where we're at, but I'm going to try to give some insight on what this game might look like, because this is pretty much the meta here. Brilliant ABCs, just coming off an event win. And Water is seeing a lot of play. Hoban's been a huge proponent of it for the whole format, or like mini format rather. Like the last 3 weeks or so, he's been liking Water. And actually, there are a lot of Water in the room today, so definitely popular decks we're seeing.
What deck are you running?
I'm playing ABC. No Brilliant, no field spell thing. Just 40 card cookie cutter ABC. Not very proud of it. I'm playing 7 numbers or letters too, so it's really weird. 2A and 2C.
But are you proud of your results it's giving you?
No, it's 3-1
okay.
is not good. But we'll see what happens. This is a pretty commanding field right now. Like you can't really expect to beat ABC ever with Water going second, outside of them not shotgunning and not getting gamma sealed. So Hoban's expecting to lose here, but he's trying to you got to hope your opponent messes up. There's a lot of dead hand traps in his hand, a lot of dead monsters. It's not going to transition anywhere, sadly.
Pat?
He has no access to Dragoons or anything. I don't know why he's still playing this out, but Hoban is a player who traditionally likes to play things out, even when they're lost games.
After Pat's Pot of Desires on his first turn, he ended up with 2 Reapers in hand.
Okay, yeah. So he's already interesting. Yeah. So now he's just trying not to die. Yeah. So I guess he knows his opponent has no access to Buster, so he might have a chance in the long game, quote unquote, if he lasts that long. But it's his hand's just not looking like he can put anything together. But can't take anything away from the GOAT, so we'll see what happens. He does keep himself alive here with the second Reaper.
23, 18, and 19. Puts you at 11. Set. Pass.
Oh, another Desires. I guess that's probably the best card he could hope for,
True. It's like drawing 2 cards.
which he definitely needs with his hand.
But what did he get rid of?
The fact that he's looking means the cards he drew were good.
Is that true?
Yeah, if I draw 2 bricks and I look, it means I'm still willing to play the game. I'm not conceding.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand that.
Interesting. I've noticed today that you did 2 X1 feature matches.
Yeah.
I like that. I think a lot of businesses, I guess, or any streamer, people who stream tournaments, make the mistake of only showing XOs and I think that some of the games in the X1 brackets are the most competitive games of Yu-Gi-Oh that are had, because everyone's pretty much playing their heart out there. Some people got unlucky early on with some dice roll things, but their decks doesn't mean their deck's bad, doesn't mean they're bad. So I'm glad to see that that's being featured.
Yeah, I didn't really see too much around the top tables
Right.
for names. So
Yeah, and of course you have to sponsor, TCG, PBG, with the news of the team tournament in Orlando, which I will be going to, and I hope to be starting. I'm working it out with my team. We're trying to figure out who the 3 are going to be. But I'm 4 for 4 in events right now. It's hot to every event I've been to. If that's not true after today, I'm hoping that doesn't hurt my chances. I am the highest rated TCG member on Champ Trade, so if that's the site that everyone's going by, which it should be because it's the only one we have.
You're that highly rated with only 4 tops?
I don't know why. I think they consider consistency a lot. So 4 tops back to back probably are worth more points. I don't know how the math works, but I'm sure there's some sort of algorithm that explains me being in the top. I think I'm 50 something right now.
It's probably because ARGs count for a lot.
Yeah, and rightfully so. They're the most competitive tournament. As you can see, everybody here today is the same people you'll see at every event. Interesting. Yeah, so Hoban's trying to make things work here. And it depends on the guy's back row, but it actually, Pat can pull this one out. So, credit to him for keeping it out. The guy's only dealing with rank 4s from here on out, and he's already used the Utopia cards. So basically, the only like strong rank 4 he can make is Castell to out a board that Pat makes. So assuming his back row is dead, Hoban actually has a strong chance. But do we know his back row? Because I'm guessing it's not dead. I'm guessing it's probably Dimension
not know.
or Strike or something. But yeah, Hoban can make like miracles happen here. It also depends on the size of Pat's deck, because the guy could rightfully just stall, float some pieces, and wait last like 2 or 3 turns until Pat decks out. I'd like to know the number of the cards in his deck, but no point right now. Let's see how this turn plays out if it even gets that far.
Calvin, you got a lot of fans in the chat.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I should be reading. I'm actually really invested in this game right now. I want to see what happens, but I'll catch up to the chat as soon as this game ends, or as soon as this turn ends, rather. Something I admire about Pat, despite him being on a subpar team, is that he's up there with like me and other people I've noticed. Jeff Jones, who isn't playing right now, I don't know why, because it's such a good format, is also up there. Frazier's good at this. My friend Garen is good at that. Assessing roles, which I feel like is a critically underrated thing. So I've tried to explain the game from that perspective, this whole game, Pat's role here, what he has to do, and Pat is a master of that. He knows exactly what he has to do. He knows that his opponent's only out next turn to a field will be a Castell, and there should be like no other card in the extra deck that can out it, which is why he's maintaining 2 Megalo right now, because it can't out both of them. So Pat's going to ride, one of the 2, probably forever, and just hope that his opponent doesn't draw like Dark Hole Regeki or anything, which shouldn't be in his deck anyway because he went first. Or that that's Pat's like logic. That's the only way he can win this game, so he has to take it as gospel and hope it works out.
Let's take another for him.
Standing next to 2-time Shonen Jump champion
Yeah.
Jesse.
It's until the end of your opponent's next turn.
Samick.
I don't have an English one.
Doesn't look too happy. He's probably losing with his deck.
I'll just do
The man is not good. But yeah, Pat clears the board. So I guess the man's back row was dead or is like Union reverse or something crazy. That'll get him back into the game. Cool, thanks. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know his trap. All right, let's take a look at Twitch chat, see what we're at. Oh man, such an active chat. I love to see it. This is a huge ARG. Speaking from the whole year, the numbers have been going down. I expect the numbers to skyrocket with the announcement of the teams. I think it was a great decision, but I don't think that's the reason that the numbers are up today, because none of that's being incorporated. I just think that Richmond is historically one of the best locations. It's right smack in the middle of the East Coast, and you have such a faithful player base on the East Coast. Putting it centralized is the best thing you can do. You have all the New York, all the Philly players, most of the Atlanta players coming up. Oh, I was right. It was a Is that what that is? That might be what he needs. Trap he's reading. Actually, looks like Exo is a universe. I can't tell what it is from here. I don't know why it would be a universe. Like, that's not a good card. And Pat has a Toad here. The man lost. Pat miraculously, rode the cherries, assessed his roll, and got there. Even with the brick hand, I admire that a lot. I'm calling it right now. I don't think that this guy can win. Is he? I've never heard of him.
Who?
I can't say his name.
Oh.
I'm not saying he's bad. I just never heard of him.
The water player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not the water player. The water guy, I think he has a few tops. At least, I only have 4, so he probably has at least 5 times that. Pat's the best in the game.
He's got at least a few. 1 or 2.
Battle face.
100.
Attack.
Yeah, he's how much?
15.
10? Okay, so 7.
Effective C.
What's the defense of that card?
2,000.
Interesting. Pat just tanks the 4. The man is going to overlay next turn cleanly. He should correctly add back Aqua Spirit Dragoons here. Yes. Okay. Wow, Pat. What? Okay, because Megalo contributed off. Right. What? Toad takes it and puts it face down. Always. I don't know how he toaded that.
Best here.
Oh, I wasn't really watching. I don't know what happened, but regardless. So here we go, Pat. There it is, the master himself. This is over. The guy's trap is dead last turn. It's going to be dead this turn. Pat's going to read into that. he has the option here of Bahamutting first and then just like letting that board ride. But I think he wants to get greedy here and try to make a rank 4, especially knowing that the guy's board is dead. You know, and make that 4 and then make the second toad with Bahamut. But yeah, maybe he's playing it safe. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Chat saying that he doesn't get to set something.
You could. I actually missed what happened when he negated the C, so the chat could be right. If you want to go ask the judge there what happened to pause the game state, that'd be good. Because right now it's still repairable. I guess. I don't really know. I also don't think that the fact he's getting a level 4 here makes any difference. I think it's just yeah. The game's over, Trevor. Okay. Yep. Pat with a clean 2-0. Taking another win for PBG. 3-1, joining me in that 3-1 bracket. I haven't played Pat yet. Last tournament in Charlotte, Pat was playing Water, I was playing ABC. I destroyed him. So hopefully that happens again. But I was playing Artifacts, like I was playing a 44-card deck, so it was a little different. All right, chat, let's catch up. Because that was a fast match, but I don't want you guys to go away.
Yeah, I special summoned 3 of my banished guys.
Right, okay, it was the card I thought it was, so let's see what happens. I am catching up on chat. Feel free to ask me some questions. I'll be here for a little bit longer before we have to turn the stream off, play some ads. Again, Calvin Tahan here with TCG, the card guys. Any questions revolve around teams, around myself, my history, the card guys as a team, the meta, anything you want. I'll be here for a brief Q&A, maybe about the next 5 minutes. I'm catching up on chat.
Yeah, cool. So
See what I missed.
it only doesn't work if like the card doesn't stay. So like as long as the card stays where it activates, you can still
Yu-Gi-Oh
send
players,
it.
that
So
is
like
time in the
if
round.
Hi,
the card-
Glovo.
say the card goes to 3.
You'll have to excuse me for
back to 3.
not knowing anybody's. I don't follow Twitch a lot, so if usernames I'm not very familiar with, so you might have to introduce yourself, with a name, if it matters. But hi, best deck in my opinion. So I have said since the creation of the mechanic that I will never be caught dead playing a pendulum deck. And, I have never been caught dead playing a pendulum deck. I think I played like Magispectors for one event. I went to Anaheim last year and played like Magispectors, but that wasn't like a pendulum deck. That was like a 5 back row deck. Didn't top. But that being said, I will never be caught dead playing pendulum. So, saying that, I think that it's the best deck right now. I think that Metal Foe is by far and away the best deck because of what it can do with the fusions and how good they are at grinding through back row. I think it's the deck with the best, your setup going first is like not as insane as ABC. I think like ABC makes, okay, so this is the turn 1 meta, it's very dice rolly. I think that Water going first, opening broken, has the best turn 1. 90% win rate turn 1. ABC probably is the next best, probably has like 86%. Metalfoe probably has 70%. Those are very high numbers. The thing is that Metalfoe can go second, I think the best, and has the highest win rate there. So I think, those numbers together make it the best deck. Was that a slip up? No, yeah, I don't know. I have been to California, but I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, so I'll never play the deck, but I do think it's the best. Metalfoe is just good. ABC has a lot of trouble going second. It's very linear, which is why we're seeing the increase in play of cards like Instant Fusion, Brilliant Fusion. Just because you have to make a way so that like if your normal summon gets stopped, you don't just lose. Sadly, that's pretty much the case. And Water actually has a decent going second as well. But